Hello and welcome to an Adobe Illustrator lesson I call Curves and Lines. Before we get started, let's set up a few things properly. First of all, let's start a new print document right here, and let's call it Curves and Lines. Let's leave it as a portrait. Down here is how you set the orientation, and you say OK. Then you're going to go View, Show Grid, and View, turn off your smart guards if they're checked, but this one isn't checked. Then we're going to change the fill color to no color and change the stroke color to red. And we're going to change the stroke over here on the right to 3-point. The objective of this lesson is to teach you how to draw straight lines, perfect curves, vary from curves to points, and use the white arrow tool to manipulate the points and anchors. So we'll start off with a pen tool right here, and we'll use these grid lines in your grid. This is what I would call a major grid line, and this is a major grid line, and the little ones in between are called minor grid lines. So let's start at the crosshairs of a major grid line. Click. Let go of the mouse, move it, click, 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 move your mouse, and we'll do that across the screen just to make a zigzag line. When you're done, click on the black arrow tool, click away, and then let's grab a pen tool to start a new line. This time we're going to click, but this time we're going to hold the mouse down. So I click and I hold my right finger down on the mouse and I move 4 of the minor grid lines, and I'm going to stay parallel with the major grid line, which is running horizontal, and I'm going to let go. Now I'll move the mouse and I'll do the exact same thing up top here. 4 of the minor grid lines. I click, hold, drag for 4 minor grid lines, then let go, then move. Click, drag for 4 while I'm holding it down, let go, and do the same thing. Click and drag, let go. Click and drag, let go. And you end up with perfect curves. Now we're going to do a combination, but before that, black arrow tool again, click away, back on the pen again. Now we're going to do a combination, so I'm going to click and drag for 4 of the minor grid lines starting at an axis point of the major grid lines. Then at the top one, I'm just going to click. Then I'll click and drag for 4. Click at the top only. Click and drag for 4. Let go. Click on the top one. Click and drag for 4. Let go and grab the black arrow tool, click away. Now this one we're going to need to move down. Let's move the whole thing down. I'm just using the arrow key till it's at the point of this one. Now let's grab the white arrow tool and see how the white arrow tool helps us manipulate the object. So I click on the outside, I click right now, click and drag over the top 3 points, and you'll notice that they are highlighted, which means they're active because they're filled with blue, whereas the bottom ones are filled with white. These ones that are blue down here are the handles. So now I'm just going to use my right arrow key and go to the right, and I can make a perfect set of waves. Now the final part of this lesson is just to doodle using the pen tool. So I grab the pen tool and I click, click and drag, click and drag, and so I'm just going to work on making some sort of snake here. Then maybe I'll just go to my swatches, and underneath my swatches I'll choose some patterns, and we're going to go to nature, and we'll go to animal skins. Oh, the problem is I'm on the line color, and so that's an alligator. There's a snake. Still, so there I've got a snake, and then I'll change that to black as an outside line, and I have myself a little snake. Now if I'm not happy with these points, I can grab this point and change the angle of these points. With the white arrow tool. And there you have it. I could make an eye, but we won't spend too much time on that. And there you have your curves and lines. Thanks for watching.